is task number 14, skin scraping. I'm going to be performing this on Kinsey, a 10-year-old female spayed Labrador Retriever weighing 35.3 kilograms. She has a lesion on her distal right paw that I'm going to be performing the skin scraping on. I've already preemptively clipped the area with my clippers using a size 40 blade. I've got a size 10 scalpel blade here, my mineral oil, and a microscope slide. So I'm going to go ahead and put a drop of the mineral oil onto the middle of my microscope slide. Then I'll open my blade. And I'm just going to dip my blade into the immersion oil. I'm going to pinch the area and begin scraping, holding the blade in between my index finger and my thumb in a perpendicular to the skin. And I'm going to continue scraping until capillary blood appears. Okay, blood has appeared. I'm going to go ahead and use my scalpel blade to mix that into the immersion or into the mineral oil that's on my slide. Okay, and so we've got it mixed in on the slide, and now we'll go ahead and evaluate it under the microscope. Okay, so now that we have finished Kinsey's skin scraping, I'm going to go ahead and evaluate it on my microscope. I'm going to use my 4X objective lens. I've already placed, but I'll replace for the purposes of the video. I'm going to place my slide with my frosted side to the left onto my platform. I'll go ahead and turn my microscope on, and I'm just going to go ahead and focus it in for my eyesight. Okay, and then I'm going to skim through the slide, and I'm going to go over, down, over, down, over, down until I've skimmed over the entire sample area of the slide, just to make sure that we don't have any, Kinsey doesn't have any mites. Some things that I may see would be some hair follicles, maybe some red blood cells, as we did scrape until we had capillary blood appear. Possibly some debris. Right, so I'm just going to skim through the sample. I'm not yet seeing anything. I do see some hair pieces and maybe some areas of blood, but no mites. Okay. I'm at the edge of my sample. So I'm going to go ahead and alert the doctor that I did not see any mites, which would mean that Kinsey's lesion is negative, or her skin scraping is negative on her lesion on her right distal paw. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark that in Kinsey's record in our computer system as well. Okay, so now that I've finished looking at Kinsey's skin scraping from the lesion on her right thoracic limb distal paw, I'm going to go ahead and enter that into our system. So I'm in Kinsey's record. I'm just going to go ahead and go to our note that we've already made for her skin scraping. I'm going to put that it was negative for external parasites. And then I'll go ahead and print that out alert the doctor that it was negative, let the owner know it was negative, and because she does have the lesion on her right thoracic limb distal paw, we're going to do some additional tests to try to figure out what has caused the lesion. I'm just going to go ahead and zoom in so that you can see that I've appropriately logged that in Kinsey's records. Okay, so here we've got that it's Kinsey Kerfman, and we did a skin scraping. It was negative for external parasites.